Hello, my last here. Welcome to the video. I just wanted to let you know I do have a Discord and a Twitter if you ever want to interact with me or say hi or have a conversation. And if you ever want to catch these videos live, head over to my Twitch and my Kick and come hang out. I sometimes don't talk. That's unfortunately one of my mini quirks. Is my inability to formulate thoughts as my brain focuses in on what I'm doing, and then I just forget to speak. So I'm always up to hang out and chat with anyone that stops by. So hope you enjoyed the video. Welcome back to Captain Mystery. I struggled with this game severely to get this centralized system all set up. And we do seem to make enough steel plates for our current setup and system. Fuel is always kind of just going to be sketchy, I think. I just have to make sure this always forever completely builds up. And it never ever shuts down. Because if it ever shuts down, problems. I also gotta make it a little bit, sure. Okay. We're gonna do a pure potato farm. See if I can catch up on the lack of potatoes. Because I already have a lot of vegetables. I'll do two. The other two farms do also have potato, or well, vegetable. One other thing, although we are upgrading, I'm gonna let that run through first. I need to set up steel. Do we not have steel unlocked yet? No, I got it unlocked. Turns molten steel into... I can redesign this blast furnace system module as a steel producer. I'll just have to probably delete most of it. I'll probably have to delete the entire system, realistically. Alright, I'm gonna delete this entire system that was designed. We're gonna build it backwards. We're gonna start with the cooling caster. Next, we're going to start with the oxygen furnace. After that, we're going to set up the blast furnace. And then we need... Oh, we just need one air separator. True question is where do I try to put it? I could put it in the middle. Then we got the huge smokestack. That I'm gonna run everything off of. Heck, we gotta work on the molten channel. Next is the oxygen line. Nitrogen is going to be routed to be exhausted. I think, yeah, multiple things can get exhausted at once. Alright, I'm gonna copy this entire thing. I'm gonna move it backwards so there's space for storage. Next, I got to get the slag storage. And get their belts set up. Did all that. I feel like I could do better. Because I don't want that to take too much space. Get the loose storage. And I'll probably just do a break off. No, I need to build a vehicle ramp. can do a small one for now. Alright, that is the design. Most of it is normal recipe. I mean, grain. I might have to make a rubber endpoint that takes rubber somewhere else. That just belts it over to this. There we go. What is taking so long? Put this on one of the priority one imports. Oh, we're out of fucking limestone. Derp. Mm. Or mine more wall section. So we don't get all coal. Yeah, I didn't think the kindling would go through all of that limestone so fast. Oh yeah, I gotta set up the wheat production line. Get the flat belt out. Then we gotta go to the next step, which is we build the mill. Which we're gonna build a large storage. And then we'll put the mill behind it. Because if it ever fills up on bread, I want 8 billion wheat produced and processed. I gotta redo that pipe real quick. The squiggly line! I want to be able to do okay this as well. Yeah, I probably should, connect the water pipe to this. Oh, let me re-examine. Did I accidentally block that without realizing it? Yes. Yes, I did. Alrighty, I'm then going to demolish this. Oh, no, else is on it. First, I'm going to have to figure out how to do this. Um, so this too, at least urgent to get this stuff done because it needs to be done. I'm thinking about what to do just 4 things of corn, see if that can catch it up. Do a single round of remanure. See if that helps the crop rotation. Yeah, who knew? Once I, fixed my situation. Also, I realized I have a bunch of extra wood. I could buy a bunch of extra concrete slab. Wait, don't I need water for these? Whoops. Just to increase the storage of the pipe. Which teleports some parts around. Because this doesn't block the way as much. Yeah, so smart belt planning allows to use some other structural supports to keep going. Until I make a central collection point for wood, I'm just gonna leave it for Rome. Although, technically, I think the first central collection point for wood will be once I set up a forestry zone. Let's sell these to urgent. Gotta get this conveyor belt done. Specifically for the advanced component, because we need the advanced component more than we need the regular one. Make it burn harder! Give a bunch of extra unity to the plant so it works harder. We're out of coal by chance. Yes, we are. Oops, a daisy. I'm gonna send out all this extra equipment over. Look on this spot right here. Two. Yeah, I worry about ramping down closer to the ore processing facility once we get this all mined out. And once we mine out a little bit farther. Mm. Mm. Oh, yeah, no, because we're out of coal, a lot of things are shutting down. An idea of leveling designation. So we'll start dumping their ore and stuff right there. or quicker routing of ore back up to the higher level. So they don't have to go all the way around and just go straight up. Which is going to be very important later along. It's also not going to take extra as long to finish out the ramp up on the top part. Because once they're done at the top part, they can just go back to work. Mm. Put this on a 8 and then 8 because we need copper more than anything else. Mm. I guess I could trade for some copper if I really need it. Sometimes I don't really have diesel either to make things. Eventually they'll finish that ramp. At least we have the ability to produce maintenance again. That was the main issue. Well, they do have a lot to go to still. Whenever I can get to acid, it'll allow me a great degree of liberation in terms of allowing me to increase the amount of copper I get in terms of throughput. Also, it feels pretty nice to have such a high level of excess construction components. We do seem to be gaining more than we are losing. That is the good news. Although we do seem to be using slab at a very rapid rate. With the rest of the original research coming to be finished, I think we can then. My first research past red is going to be large land vehicles. Then cargo port upgrade, belt upgrade. Compactor is probably going to be the last thing I do. Fertilizer and chem plant. Copper refinement 2. Salt and glass production. Water reclamation, large generator, vehicle maintenance, and Captain's Office 2, Edicts 3, long trains, and then finally compactor, and then we will finally pick up the second new lab. I don't know why I can open the console with the press of a button. Why do I need the console? Um, well, I do have a lot of wheat, so I'm gonna put these on urgent request. Just so I can start burning through the wheat. Getting those monofields together does appear to be working. Yeah, I'm gonna reorient that because I messed up and I flattened the starting part of the ramp. Oh yeah, how's the coal mine ramp coming along? It is done. I get the last bit of that coal right there. That is just a dirt clog. As getting to this coal is causing a bunch of dirt that's coming up to avalanche down. With a bunch more copper. We are seemingly using all of our copper. I will set these to upgrade. For the sole fact of just kind of a standardization of the mines. I'm assuming they're running off to go dump it now. Just saw our diesels finally increased. Yippee! I think we can get the upgrade to the ship to make it combat worthy. I do think we have enough naval plates to do that. There we go, the bread maker 9000 is working. I see a slight issue with the bread maker 9000. Like teensy weensy issue. So they only have a demand of 2.2 for bread, 4.45 for potato, and 3.3 for corn. And they have a demand of 14 for vegetable. I would upgrade all the housing into, you know, better housing, but we've been in constant, no advanced components territory. That and slab is, even though we have a production line for it, is still kind of painful to get. I could also just force it to not accept slab. But we are stockpiling it. Yeah, I think that'll take a very long time before we ever fill up the bread maker full of feed. Since we do have a bunch of potato, we could do the poultry, pull back and forth. I do find it funny, the lower it drops, the harder the replenishment goes. Now, we'll start growing vegetables again, because that is the only other thing that is in high demand in terms of food. Now, we're in constant over busy mode, so I'm wondering. Can get 7 more trucks with the amount of parts that I have. Maybe that will help out the system just enough. Right, it is time to pull some of the coal activators off because we do not have enough iron now. No, realistically, once I get done with this coal pit, it's gonna take a bit. It's not gonna be any time soon. I could theoretically just turn this into a stone pit, or just a quarry to make stone if I need it. I was teleported there. That is just in case we ever get a lot of waste. The funny thing is, I realized I could probably automate dumping realistically. And just have these automatically dump the waste into the ocean. I'm debating about that. I'll adopt some people even though we don't have housing for them. I guess the game's deciding to freeze. Upgrade, urgent priority. Okay, now that the copper system is back up and running properly, it's totally fine. We got such a health bonus. And then the excavator to start working on that ramp. Then its next task will be to level out this entire area. And then probably level out this area as well. We are actually stockpiling slab at this point. Also helps that one of the construction part makers is not running. I'll probably copy this entire system again for a second time and then just paste it down somewhere. I might just dismantle that, because that's in the way. So I could just paste it down right over here. But that might change what I want to smooth up first. I might want to smooth up this. Also, I don't want to smooth out too much because I don't want to smooth the beach because that's a bunch of free sand. I'll force deliver these. Just to get more trucks in motion. Oh yeah, I want to build these. That urgent because I need to start stockpiling mechanical parts. That's why I hit red tech. Once we start actually being able to build that and upgrade the assemblers, that's when we actually start to update belts. Because the red assemblers can use stuff faster than they can receive them. And this is just for when construction demands mechanical components. Same way I got these over here, because when the construction demands electronics. I honestly don't see any more coal there, so there's no point of digging that out anymore. You can fill it back in over here a little bit. It'll also allow the system to, unclog itself from all the dirt that I put into it. Since I'm over here, I could theoretically pipe over to that, said I wasn't gonna do this, but now I am. Stop messing around with this fuel tank. Now it's automatic. The trucks never need to interact with the fuel system for the ship ever again. We just don't have enough plates for them to take. No, we don't. I'd probably need to make a break-off artery for it. So there's always like a stockpile of... There'll be the metal stockpile, the metal bank, assign 3 more trucks to that. The iron ore is pretty important. The scary thing is, I kind of required this much excavators just to keep up with full production. Or with the additional trucks now, we're able to keep up with the demand of iron ore into the system. I also could see this as an alternate rail line if I really needed it. At least they're stockpiling steel, because we're going to need steel for later. So we're actually using the diesel, or using the oil as fast as we take off the cargo ship. Interesting. It's time for more housing upgrades. I think before I do anything more industrial, I'm going to mandate all of the housing be updated for more comfortable living for our people. It'll also give me a kind of realistic cap. Actually, let me see. Yeah, it's going to give me the realistic cap of the population before I have to remove this section of land. How much do I have to remove? A bit. I will designate the flat tool. And ta-da! Better housing. That's way our population can grow naturally. I don't have to worry about Yeah, there's no more trees to harvest. Okay, look on that patch of trees for me, will you? Work on this patch. I was gonna put the forestry right here, but I do have to guesstimate for how much the trains, because I don't know how much space trains are gonna take. And I don't want to build a forest and then have to start trying to demolish that forest. Yeah, the system's about to stop, because we're about to be out of oil. I'm actually going to deactivate their boosts. Because we don't have enough oil to keep processing at that extreme rate. But we have filled up on basically all the diesel, even though it's not saying it. We have a lot of diesel in these pipes. Yeah, we have several tankers worth of diesel just sitting in pipes. So we should be fine in terms of fuel. As I look at the production, technically only one thing that we are really desperately missing is just iron plate. Mm, yeah, excavators that I should pull off anywhere. I would pull off the limestone thing. The problem is last time I did that, problems ensued. I'll pull off 2 coal excavators. One will be assigned to the copper area, giving the maximum through trucks. And I will assign a 4th, and then assign a 7th truck. I know it's a harder pocket of iron to get to, but I'm still going to try to go for it. Might as well. Yeah, I said I was gonna wait till the housing is upgraded. Now, the next thing I could do is endeavor to belt a lot of the coal out. Like, I might not belt it up here for the this thing, but I'm going to belt it to the power plant and then up to the uh, industry area. Just to cut down on time and effort. I see a mistake that has been built here. Yeah, because I was blocking off the entire other section, so I couldn't run an excavator through it if I wanted to. So I'm gonna get working on another bridge right now. So I know I'm probably gonna have to ramp it through this. I could just do a ramp. Do a slight thing over and then turn. So I will be finally getting all these, the brain. So let's start planning this massive... Actually, I do need another ramp over here. Teleport. I probably should put another ramp over here too. Just in case. I can double up on already built conveyor belt systems. Oh, it is. It is right on top of it. Okay. Just making sure. You are a derp me. You literally do the exact same thing twice. I do like the feature where if you do mass start pause, it will only select blueprint stuff that hasn't been started. Quick build all this. I have Unity to spare. Alright, so for future reference, all our coal is now automated. All of the very important coal. The other offshoots, I'm just going to have them manually deliver. So this should take a lot of weight off of the system. Because now coal no longer has to be delivered. Now the main arc is going to be fucking throughput. Because there's so much eating on the coal. And like that, we got the entire thing done. Well, the other thing about throughput is once these things are full, more coal will be thrown through the system. So, first priority to be fed is the copper system. Second priority is the steel system, and third priority is the system. Just tell the trucks not to deliver. They no longer. These services are no longer needed. Stop wasting your time. I'm gonna also do that with the power plant. Because the power plant is the first thing in the entire coal chain to get resources. If this somehow is not having coal, nothing is having coal. So now only the rock and stone stuff needs to be trucked. I'll buy some more copper. I will adopt the full town. We'll adopt 20 people just to clear up that space. I probably need to do what I've been doing with everything else. I need to make an offshoot. Just so there is something stockpiled for something to be transferred. Because that's the main issue, is there's never enough copper that's been stockpiled yet. So then the stalls, and then maintenance is going to start falling. So we got +2. I don't need more crop yield. I could increase natural birth rate plus give extra health. Population health influenced by many factors. Positive generates unity and support population growth, while negative reduces unity and causes population decline. So I'll get more unity by hitting the button to increase health. Now we have a +3 population gain for now. Oh, that is just stealing from it, okay. Unless there's an emergency, I'm gonna do it to belt only. So we can actually stock up mechanical components. Now using 3 flywheels, so I do have to pay attention to power a little bit. Due to how the smithing work, how the blast furnace works, we might just have enough throughput of coal that it won't be a problem. We have actually burnt through all of our iron plates to the point where the mechanical thing is not able to... Okay. I'm allowed to import. That's all the other problem is these can't have enough throughput. Problem is the house that's on, I can't really change the belt to fix the problem. And boosting the blast furnaces won't do anything. It looks like we're full on steel, so now all the iron ore is going to go and flood into the blast furnaces again, making iron. We should hopefully maybe be fine. Did you ever get done? Fuck no. Well, if I'm buying 100 iron plates, definitely worth it. For 40 fucking steel. Let me calculate what 40 iron plates is. Because it's 24, it's curved down to 12. No. It's the one in the middle. It's cut down to 12 and then made into 12. I'm not gonna do the math. I was like, yeah, let me do the math real quick. No. No. Good. It's probably still a net loss because of the value in the iron, but whatever. Not a crew. Gold Bachelor, my champion. If I do make another dockyard, it'll probably be here for a coal mine somewhere. Maybe there, or maybe even if I go insano mode and flatten this entire area or something. I'll probably be here because this is the closest I could get towards reconnecting the coal with the belt system. Also, will probably become the de facto area for like a future train or something. Somewhere around here to deliver coal. Bang bang boom 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 bang bang boom 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 bang. Yippee! It is so utterly quick for maintenance to break, and it's kind of ridiculous. I'll probably have to move maintenance to somewhere else because it's too tight right here, and move it module over probably somewhere over here where I can belt stuff to it while keeping the rubber. Like, I'll probably put the rubber in the exterior building and then keep the copper in the interior. Yeah, belting up that coal was absolutely the thing that has made it. Like, it took up like the majority of the weight off of the logistics network. Um, Before I upgrade the refinery, I'll probably build out the advanced component maker. I'm also going to demolition all these rainwater collectors. They're not remotely worth it. Rather get a water pump, groundwater pump. Let me shut the pump off for 2 seconds and let the water drain out. Remove that. And then finally remove that. It's not like there's an extreme water draw for the current industrial system. Or that can reactivate. Ah, yes, I do forget that I actually the advanced two-part construction maker actually does have a bit more than I realize. So I'll probably shift it forward like this, I think. Methinks. I do have to route steel to the system as well. Since this isn't like the primary storage, I'm going to get rid of these. We can find a tier 2 assembler. I'll probably do a single steel storage, like right around here. That can get the flat conveyor right. No. I could turn it sideways. Where's the steel production? To the left. So I'm gonna shift it. Well, I could shift it like that. Let's get this back by one. Then set up the assembler. If it takes 6 and 6, that produces 6. So I'll just set up 2 like usual. Advanced construction part, advanced construction part. Time to route belts. Technically, the advanced construction part is a lot more simple since it just needs steel. Steel's not that hard to come by. Need to route it along normal belt procedure. So I routed it to here. Where is the steel? It's that direction. Route it to. I'm gonna try to line it up. Alright, so I have to do a flat lift. Like that. There we go. Just do it like this. I don't have lock on, so that didn't do anything. Oh wait, though that is just a 4 high. That is no good. I need to get it 5 high. Alright, I'm gonna rejigger all of this. Mm. Yeah, because I'm trying to make the better. Because the less beams I have to implement, the better. Alright, now this needs to rework because, well, copper is in a different direction. I feel like there's going to be a bigger version of this storage. I want to keep the above part clear. I already don't have to carry about, yeah, carry about this like portion right there, so more belts like that. The main thing I have to care about is the thoroughfare for deliveries. Do I even have anything to put here? I don't have slab, nor do I have metal. I could put steel, but that sounds like a waste of fucking resources. And then the trademark. Well, since we're getting a little bit concerned about spacing, this. Just slap a belt down. And that is the advanced construction line done. Now, I do have to reevaluate the maintenance area and how it's built and positioned. Because it does seem like we don't have enough maintenance. I'm going to copy this and move it somewhere else. Okay, I'm not going to do that until once we finish research. That's the deadline for moving the maintenance area. I'll probably put it somewhere over here. Better if I could clear a flat area. Making that team work even fucking harder. Clearing out a flat area for the... Currently, it's just this. Let's say clear a generous bit of terrain. And whatever, if it does hit iron, it hits iron. I'll make sure the excavator's mostly only focus on the iron. I do love how I'm just flattening out this entire area. So this right here will be where the maintenance, 3 or 4 maintenance offices are going to sit. And I'm going to scale up the back end of it. Although technically I don't even have enough iron plates to do that. I'll probably just scale it up for the... I could theoretically scale it up 3 or 4 times, and with how much extra maintenance I will have, it should be fine. because the maintenance is not going to run endlessly. It will see someone's done. I'll probably just do 3 maintenance offices and then calculate how much I actually need in terms of... Uh... That's also true that I'm going to be getting the updated assemblers as well, so it's not like I'm going to need to immediately build like 27 different versions of Assembler 2 just to maintain the 3. I could probably just build one of these. The main issue is just plates, but it's a throughput issue for ore, so once that gets done, it'll probably be better. We're also at some point going to be switching over to crushed iron, which when that happens, then we are going to have a different production scheme. Also probably be good to jigger these belts. So I'm going to want to update my vehicles to large vehicles. Mainly the excavators first. Because the excavators will just one grab fill up a truck. And it's not like it's wasted if it doesn't move. It turns its maintenance down pretty hard once it's locked there. Because that one that's moving is 3.4, and this one that is sitting here is a 0.6 for what maintenance it needs. So it's not like it stopping is a critical utter failure. Because if it was like eating all that maintenance just to hold the dirt, then I'd be like, okay, no. Mm-mm. We're gonna double vegetable because we actually need more vegetables. Well, we're absolutely inundated with cord, so it's not like I need more cord. I have 54 months worth of food. Oh yeah, I should probably, unpause the construction. Hold on. I just realized something. That's too far forward, I think. Not really. Okay, let me do a truck overview. Alright, it is pushing it a little bit. I also did forget about this section. Uh, Alright, I don't think that blocks much. Truck assessment. It looks fine by truck. And then boom. As long as none of these thoroughfares are blocked. Because if they're ever blocked, things are not going to get delivered properly. Mm-mm. Never enough iron plates. I'm very tempted to try off one of the steel manufacturers. Also, the other thing is I could just suffer like I usually do, and then hope that it finishes out the system enough. I saw another flaw in the system where it builds just enough advanced components to upgrade the line. So let me go look over to this. I don't have it unlocked, do I? But it is the next thing in the research line. Well, I could suffer some breakages and faults. It's fine. It's not like it's going to implode the entire network if it happens. And everything is ruined forever. Plus, it'll give me some time to stockpile up some built parts to upgrade the... That's the main issue with this network, is the ore is just not reaching the steel blast furnaces fast enough. Ah, it is once I get to Research Lab 2, is when I get the more advanced version of smelting. Not gonna be anytime soon. That depends. If this production line stuff that I have currently set up works really well, then yes. Ah. The few things, because I'm gonna need advanced vehicle parts for the upcoming vehicle upgrades. Which is Truck 2, which can hold 60 items. Excavator 2, which can hold, can scoop up 20 a time out of the ground. I don't really need to hear about this trees ain't that much. Refueling Station 2 probably is required when you get these a lot bigger vehicles. And once I start updating all this stuff and building up advanced components, I'll probably then work on the next refinery. Or the refinery schematics. Because I'm going to need that to possibly refine enough diesel for the new vehicles. Because I'm assuming the comparison of vehicles. Let me look at this. Look at a truck. A truck has a 0.37 usage for diesel for 60 seconds. And the brand new truck has a 0.91. Next here is a 0.19. Yeah, so doubling our fuel costs for our vehicles. So that's going to really put a strain on our diesel. So that I do have to set up a better refinery in the future. And then actually probably do that massive diesel storage that I usually do. I'll probably like completely dissociate this refinery from the new refinery in terms of I'm probably just going to pull the pipe around Yeah. I'll just separate the pipes. You know what? If I can fit a storage here, I probably will for this refinery so it can keep operating. It is technically an integral part of the system. And the refinery will then link up probably on this end of the piping line to pump diesel. It's probably going to be sprawling itself across here. But I will be using the gas boilers. Although I have this couple ideas to update how I did that other refinery. Due to pipe throughput is a thing, and the newer refinery can only take so much. So, like a pipe throughput of 200, I would have to do the math. This is the maximum distillation stage 1 can take is 60, or do is 60 and 60 seconds. And the max a pipe can pump is 260 seconds. So I think it's like only 4 distillation stage 1 will probably be needed, and then same for that and that and that. Eventually I will be using these other fluids for actual, like, equipment and chemical refining. So this area, probably the entirety of this area is going to turn into a chemical plant. It does leave the question where am I going to keep my forestry efforts. I'll think about it. It is going to be required at some point. I'm not going to have infinite trees. I want to take a little bit of break, so I'm going to be right back. Thank you for stopping by and watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please give me a subscription, leave a comment, a like. Maybe head over to my Twitch and Kick and follow me there and say hi. I hope you have a great, wonderful rest of your day.
The night is young, but it feels so old. A story written, yet never told. The mask is heavy, the air